Hey guys, today's subscriber shout out goes to Heartbeaty the Wooztuber. Thank you for subscribing and being a subscriber. And today's commenter shout out goes to Alithia Uwu. Thank you for commenting and watching my videos. Now, let's get into the video. Today's video was actually suggested by one of you guys in my Google form. I now have a Google form linked on my channel where you guys can basically give me video suggestions, any other suggestions revolving around my channel or my videos. And not only that, but you guys can also ask me any questions that you may have there. So if you guys have any videos that you would like to see from me or any suggestions or any questions, go to my Google form. It is on my channel next to my Instagram link. And if you're watching this on mobile, you can get there by going to my About tab and just simply scrolling down and it should be right there. I'm going to be telling you guys all of the Besties basics. How to get them, how to care for them, things that you need to buy, and pretty much just all the basic stuff that you need to know. Now, before you start to care for a Besties, obviously you need to buy one. You can do this by going to the shop and going to the Besties tab, which will be right here. From there, you can click the down arrow and click Adoption, and it will show you all of the Besties that you can adopt. Now, if you'd like a specific kind of Besties, and you just don't feel like scrolling all the way through to look for it, there is a section down here where you can just click on whatever Besties you want. If you want a bird, you can click on the birds. If you want an elephant, you can click on the elephants. The others section is just bears and the baby and a frog. If you sort the Besties from beaks, low to high, it will show you all of the cheapest Besties that you can get. The cheapest ones are 3,000 beaks or 250 woos. Now, after you decide which Besties you would like, you can color it over here. I have already bought one, so I'm not gonna buy another one on camera, but you can color it however you want, and then you can choose which one you want to buy it with, if it's for beaks and woos. Let's say I just bought the Dalmatian. You want to open your Besties tab and click the Bestie that you just bought, and before you do anything with it, you have to name it. I'm going to name mine 𝕎𝕠𝕠𝕫𝕝 because on my last Besties video, I told you guys that you can name one of my Besties, and one of you guys commented 𝕎𝕠𝕠𝕫. So then, once you have your name typed in, you can press Submit. And then it will basically tell you that your Besties needs a home. You can just click through that, and then you have to choose one of your units for your Besties to live in. I'm going to choose my Besties unit. Now that you've done that, your Besties now lives in the unit that you just clicked on. You can change this in the future. If you ever want to change the unit that your Besties is in, you can change it simply just by clicking Select Home and then selecting a different unit. If this is your first Besties, you likely don't have anything prepared for them, and they will probably be kind of hungry and thirsty. A symbol saying that they are hungry or thirsty will pop up above their head, and that means you need to buy them food and water. Now, there are a few ways you can get them food and water. The first and probably easiest way is to just simply buy it from the shop. There are 3 kinds of food that you can feed your Besties. There is standard, high quality, and premium, and we will get to those and the differences in a second. But here you can see there are tons of different kinds of food for different kinds of Besties. And you want to get the right kind of food made for your specific Bestie. So for example, if you have a dog, you can't buy them bamboo for pandas. I mean, you could, but they wouldn't be able to eat it. Some of the foods don't have the name of the Bestie that they're meant for in the title, such as this right here. You can see it says for pandas. So if you see a food and you're not sure what kind of animal it's for, like these berries, you can click on it and it will tell you what kind of animal it's for. So since I just bought a Dalmatian, I need the dog food, which is right here. So let's say that we are going to buy the standard dog food for my Dalmatian. Now that you have your food, you are going to need water. Now, in order to buy water from the shop, you actually have to go to Plants and Farming, and it will be right there. It says water. And if you click water, you can see that you can buy water here. You can buy them for 1 woos or 100 beaks. So now that you have bought both food and water, you need bowls so that your besties can eat and drink out of them. You can find these bowls under accessories and feeding, and it will show you all of the bowls or things that you can use to feed your besties. Now, unless you have a baby's bestie or a bird, you don't really want to buy these because your bestie won't be able to use them. So only get these if you have a bird or a baby. And if you have pretty much anything else, you can get this bowl and this bowl. So you can get 2 or however many of each bowl for the food and water. Now that you bought your bowls, you can place them down and you need to fill them up with food and water. It doesn't matter which bowl you fill up with food or which bowl you fill up with water because they both do the same thing. So in order to fill up a bowl, you need to click on it and then click whatever you want to put in it. So in this bowl, I'm going to put in water and then you just click add. And now for the next bowl, you can see my dog is drinking. For the next bowl, you basically just do the same thing. I'm going to put the dog food in. And there you go, and now your bowls are filled with your besties' food and water. And as they eat and drink their food and water, they will gain prestige and level up. As you can see, my dog is sleeping right now, and as she is asleep, she is gaining prestige. When your pet gets enough prestige, you can actually teach them tricks. If I click on my dog, I click the 2, and I can see that she has 3 skill points, and with those skill points, I can teach her tricks. For example, I can teach her to follow. If I click on follow, I can activate, and it costs 1 skill point. I can have her use the litter. So the more your besties eats, drinks, plays, and sleeps, and basically does anything, the more skill points they get. And with those skill points, you can teach them how to do certain things. This is where that standard food, high quality food, and premium food comes in that I mentioned earlier. The standard food, when eaten by your pet, will give them the lowest amount of XP. If you get your pet high quality food and they eat it, it will give them a medium amount of XP. And if you get them premium food and they eat it, it will give them the maximum amount of XP. And the thing is, the better quality of food you get, the more expensive it is. And the better quality food you get, it also runs out faster. So standard food will last you a really long time, but then premium food will only last you a really short time. But at the same time, it gives your besties a ton of XP so that you can teach them a lot of tricks. And they can level up fast. As your besties level up, they will also get bigger in size, which you will notice. When you first get them, they start off really small, but then they can actually get to be really, really big. Now, if you don't have like a lot of woos or beaks, I do have another way for you guys to get them food and water that is completely free. There are multiple sources around Woozworld where you can get free water. There's a lot of fountains where you can get water for free. One of these fountains is in Lib Street Park. You can just click it and you will get 5 water. You can also get water from the fountain in the mine. My friend Jenny, WoozTuber, actually has an entire video of where you can get resources and water around Woozworld. I will link her video in the description. In the forest, you can actually get to the very end of it, and there is a big fountain there, and if you click it, you'll actually get 25 water. It's kind of hard to get to, but Jenny also has a video on how to get there as well. I will also link that in the description. If you go to the Besties boutique and you click on this girl, you can actually see that you can craft your own food. So instead of spending a lot of woos buying it from the shop, you can just simply craft it yourself by getting the correct resources. You can get fish from the ponds, which are, again, in multiple places around Woozworld. I know there's a couple in the forest and at the farm. You can collect manure from the farm or your own Besties litter box, which is kind of gross, I know, but it can be very good for crafting other foods, such as jar of flies if you have a frog. But I also think you can use manure or poop for fertilizer or to help you grow your plants. Correct me if I'm wrong, because if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I haven't grown anything for my besties so far. So I'm not sure if you can use manure for fertilizer, but you probably can, maybe. I don't know, let me know in the comments. If you go to shops and go to plants and farming and then seeds, you can buy some seeds to plant. And you can plant several resources that you need to make certain food for your besties. I'm pretty sure one of the things, or the only thing that you cannot grow, is fish, which, like I said, can be obtained by the ponds in the forest and the mine. 𝕎𝕆𝕐𝕼 on YouTube has a video about this, and she goes into a lot more detail about growing things for your besties. So I will link her video down below so that you guys can know exactly how to grow things to craft food. However, food and water are not the only things that you need for your besties. You also need to get them a toy, a litter box, a shower, and a bed. The bed is pretty self-explanatory. They just, sleep in it for a little bit. You can just buy one, color it, and plop it down, and your besties will sleep on it. Keep in mind, a few of these are only meant for certain kinds of besties. So if you have like a pet yeti or something, you do not want to get this as a bed because they will not be able to use it. This is only for birds. Same with this. This is only for babies, so don't get it if you have like a bunny or something. Same thing with the toilets, so don't get it if you have like a dog or something. I would recommend this one. This is one that I use. Again, you can pretty much just buy it, color it, and plop it down. And if you do not get a litter box, your pet will be pooping all over the floor, so that is not something you want because then you have to clean it up. The more your pet uses this litter box, the higher this bar will go up. And if it starts to get red, then that means it is getting pretty full. If the bar is completely red and it's flashing, then that means it is completely full and you have to click on it in order to collect the poop. You can collect the poop even if it's not full, but if it's full, you kind of need to collect the poop or else your besties will just not use it. For the baths, you want to get this one unless you have a bird. If you have a bird, then you want to buy the bird bath. If you get a bath, you are going to need soap, which you can buy right here. This is under baths. And you also need water. It's pretty much the same thing as food and water. You just click on it and then put in the soap and water. And it just adds it. If you do not have both soap and water inside of the tub, then your bestie will not use it and they will get kind of smelly. Buying your pet a toy will also help them to gain XP and learn tricks. Like all the other items, there are a couple of things that are only meant for certain animals. Such as this cat tower. Don't get it if you have a bunny or a yeti or something. This should only be used if you have a cat. Same with this bird perch, it should only be used if you have a pet bird. So yeah, I think I pretty much kind of covered everything in this video besides the whole details on how to plant stuff. Again, all links to those YouTube videos will be in the description, so go watch them if you would like to learn where to get water, where to get all the resources, how to plant things, to craft food. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you for the person who suggested this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you guys so much, and goodbye.